Feels like today.
It does a little bit.
Little cool out there. We've still got plenty of summer left, but today is going to be kind of a gray day. We have damp conditions this morning. You can see that we have rain right now across parts of southern New Hampshire and a lingering batch of rain here on the Outer Cape. That's a steady rainfall. This is actually where the rain was heaviest overnight. 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain fell down this way. In between, we didn't get much around the Boston area, and so we're waking up really to just a lot of cloud cover, and these clouds are going to be stubborn today. Very slow to break. A beautiful stretch of weather, though, coming in as we get toward the middle of the week, and then showers, they will return by Saturday, but we've got many days in between to enjoy. So look at the visibility this morning. Not terrible, but we do have a little bit of fog down here on the Cape, and you can see that is reducing the visibility there. So not a huge issue out the door. Temperature starting out at 60 in Worcester. We've got lower 60s Boston, Lawrence in the mid 60s, low 60s on the Cape. Pretty uniform temperatures underneath the clouds, which extend pretty far back into eastern New York State. So fairly overcast across the entire Northeast this morning. One area of low pressure cutting to our south. There is another one trailing this front to our south as well. What we're waiting for is high pressure to nose on in from the west, but this is still pretty good distance away. So there's no real push today to scour out the clouds. So as we go through the day, the clouds are going to be fairly stubborn. And look at the winds north to eventually northeast. And that combination is going to keep the temperatures down. So we should be in the low 80s this time of year. I think low 70s the best we do in most areas. 71 Boston, 72 Worcester, only about 74 up in Nashua. So you get the idea. A little cool today. And in terms of wet weather, probably a good idea to have an umbrella with you. But by lunchtime, just maybe a spot shower here and there. That threat will be around into the afternoon, especially south of the Pike. But look at the clearing happening from northwest to southeast toward day's end. That's when the skies clear out, and we'll see nice clear skies overnight. Temperatures do fall back into the 50s away from the city. And tomorrow, just like that, we're shifting those winds around to the southwest. Summer's back. Temperatures still going to be running in the 80s with nice dry air building in. That is going to be with us here for the middle of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, loads of sunshine and low humidity. Dew points are going to be in the 50s till about Friday when they get closer to 60 degrees. And then the humidity returns as we start the weekend. And with that, there'll be a few showers around. Doesn't look like a wash, though. Right now, Sunday is looking like the better of the 2 weekend days. So a little cool. And a good Tuesday to you. I'm meteorologist Cindy Fitzgibbon. Temperature is going to be a little cooler than average today. In fact, by nearly 10 degrees, but it's a one-day thing. Starting tomorrow, we're back into the 80s, and that is about where we should be for this time of year. Temperatures today held down by a lot of cloud cover and a light northeasterly wind. Look at the clouds. They are with us pretty much all day long. It's going to be late afternoon and evening before we finally start to break them up and get a little bit of sunshine. So too little, too late to warm us up all that much. Just 71 in Boston. We've got lower 70s up through Metro West, the Merrimack Valley, low 70s on Cape Cod as well. So a little cool today. It's all in response to this storm that is cutting by to our south. It did bring some rain overnight, but the clouds extend pretty far back to the west. And then once you get into the middle of the country, big area of high pressure building in, and this is going to bring us a lot of sunshine for the middle of the week. So slow improvements today, and then we're in great shape. Look at this through noontime, though. Clouds hanging around. Can't even rule out a spot shower even into the early to middle afternoon, especially along and south of the Pike. That drier air is going to start to work in from the north and west, and that'll eat away at some of the cloud cover so that by the time the sun sets this evening, clouds are breaking apart and will clear out totally here through the overnight hours. You can leave the windows open tonight. Cooling off into the 50s in the suburbs, lower 60s downtown. And tomorrow, just like that, summer's back. We're in the 80s, lots of sunshine. It's going to be a really nice day with a light southwesterly wind, mostly in the 70s on Cape Cod, but nice dry air coming on in with the sunshine. It's going to be with us for a couple of days. Now down in the tropics, we continue to monitor Tropical Storm Franklin. This did come onshore overnight into the Yucatan. The winds are now down to 45 miles per hour. It will reemerge into the waters and then continue westward into Mexico, bringing more heavy rain. This does, though, not look like it's going to impact the United States, so not a big problem for us. Behind it, though, you can see east of the Windward Islands, there is another tropical disturbance, and this one, keeping a close eye on. The Hurricane Center giving this about a 20% chance of developing into a cyclone in the next 5 days. So we'll, of course, watch it for you. You can see the sunshine with us Wednesday and Thursday, and it's not just the sun, it's the combination of sunshine and low humidity. Really some gorgeous weather the next couple of days, and then we'll start to see that humidity begin to climb on Friday, and that will lead to some showers here by Saturday. Does not look like an all-day rain. A few showers early in the day, and right now it looks like Sunday is the pick day of the weekend.
these temperatures, we pulling them our way?
You're looking forward to warm up, right? Because
Right.
it's cool around here, no doubt about it. You can see Boston just 70 degrees right now. But you look across the country now, and there's no real extreme heat that we're tracking. But this is a little cooler than it ought to be for this time
Sunshine
of year.
would be nice.
Right?
It'll feel nice tonight, though.
It will. We are going to see some changes in the days ahead. Average high around here this time of year is about 81 degrees, and we're far from that today. We will not get out of the 70s. But look at tomorrow. The 80s are back. Sunshine is back. Temperatures trending closer, if not slightly above average here the rest of the week. It's tough to warm up when you've got all these clouds. They've been so persistent throughout the day. So that is why the temperature has kind of been stuck at 70 degrees. You couple that with a light northwesterly wind, and it's been drawing down some cooler air from the north. You can see the winds aren't terribly strong. We have had a few gusts on the Cape up over 20 miles per hour, but this northerly flow is actually tapping into some cooler air that is sitting up in Quebec and parts of northern Maine. It's only in the low to mid 60s there, and that is despite some sunshine. The skies have been clearing to the north, and some of that cooler and drier air is working on down in our direction. It's just a slow process out there today. So you can see the thick canopy of clouds. Every now and then we are starting to see a few bright spots, but the actual clearing line is still back here to the north and west. And with time, slowly this afternoon, we're going to push that offshore and the skies will brighten, but it's going to be the end of the day, so it takes a while to get there. So we have our 70-degree reading in Boston. We have upper 60s on the Cape, mid 60s on the North Shore, Beverly. We have inched up with those bright spots in the overcast out through the Route 2 corridor, northern Worcester County, into the lower 70s, 73 right now in Fitchburg. So the temperatures may inch up another degree or two, but that's about the extent of it here the rest of the afternoon, because that sun is going to come a little too late as our storm pulls away. Big focus for clearing the next couple of days, this area of high pressure that is going to build in, and the weather looks fantastic to go with those warmer temperatures. Lots of sunshine the next couple of days. So as you plan out the rest of your afternoon into the evening, we're looking for the skies to slowly start to brighten as we get closer to that 5-6 o'clock hour, and then eventually we'll clear out overnight. The temperature is holding fairly steady and can't rule out just a spot shower. As the skies try to clear, there's some leftover moisture in the atmosphere that may be enough to generate 1 or 2 spotty showers. They could pop up. If you get one, it's brief, it's light, it doesn't last long, but there could be 1 or 2 of these right on into the evening hours early on before the skies clear out totally. And overnight, once the sun goes down, we are going to clear out completely. It looks mainly clear overnight and a little cool if you leave the windows open. We're down in the 50s in the suburbs tonight, low 60s in Boston, and just like that, summer is back tomorrow. We're back into the 80s with lots of sunshine. It looks like a really nice day with low humidity as this drier air works on in. Front to the north may bring in just a few clouds as we get toward tomorrow evening. Down in the tropics, we've been monitoring Tropical Storm Franklin. This actually made a landfall overnight in the Yucatan. Winds are down to 45 miles per hour, and it is forecast to reemerge into the waters here, the Bay of Campeche, and continue on this westward track, bringing more rain into the east coast here of Mexico. Not a threat to the U.S. mainland. What is behind Franklin, though? A little disturbance here in the open waters of the Atlantic. We'll watch this as this has about a 30% chance now of development in the next 5 days or so. So we'll keep an eye on the tropics for you in the meantime. Gorgeous weather tomorrow, Thursday into Friday. Dry conditions, good amount of sunshine, and low humidity. That doesn't creep up until we get toward the weekend, and at that point, chance of at least a few showers, especially on Saturday. Right now, Sunday is looking like the better day of the weekend, but it's only Tuesday. We'll keep you posted. Erica.